The NBA Draft Lottery is here. Now, there is a bit of backstory that I have to cover before I can really talk about this moment, but let's just say this is a pretty big deal for us, and you're going to be seeing lottery updates throughout this video, but we have to talk about how we got there first. So, from the last video ending to right here, there are a few games left in the season, and we really have to drive the tank right now because the Dallas Mavericks, they've played less games than we have, sure, but they are right on our heels for the worst record in the NBA. So we need to really do all we can to lose as much as possible. Now, I know the Warriors are going to do their thing, right? Very good. It was close, which I can be okay with. Now, Troy Daniels is back from an injury, which is good and bad. It's good because we need the guy for the sake of spacing, but it's bad because he might actually help us win a game here. Don't mess this up, Detroit. Very good. Now we have the... How the hell did we beat the Cavs? We better lose the rest of these games. Okay, it seems to be following suit so far. Very good. Clippers, Rockets. Okay, what happened in this Cleveland game? Oh great, LeBron James just decided to suck. Isn't that cool? And then also on the other end, Dragan Bender just went out of his mind. Isn't that nice? Right when you're trying to lose games intentionally, you get LeBron James just playing nowhere like himself at all. I mean, that's just our luck, you know? Hopefully that's not foreshadowing. Hopefully that's not a little basketball god nugget that says, yeah, we're not happy with the way you guys are tanking, so we're gonna kind of screw you over here. Shout out to Dragan Bender for playing well. I'm a fan of that, but I wish you would have done it in a loss rather than a win. Anyway, let's get another update on the draft lottery real quick. So, the New York Knicks have the 11th pick. The Lakers should be getting number 10 here. And, oh my god, the draft is rigged. Now, the Lakers have jumped into the top 3. Now, that's scary for us right away, because that means we could be one spot knocked down here. Anyway, let's talk about us a little bit more. Let's talk about Davon Reed specifically, who has been finally getting some minutes for us, and in those games that we lost, he's actually playing pretty okay. He's had some good three-point shooting performances. He's had a couple of games where he's grabbed a few more rebounds than you would expect or gotten a few more assists. He just seems like a low-usage guy who can just fit in and be a good shooter, play some defense, make the right pass, and, you know, even if he only finishes with 5 to 10 points, that's okay. He's kind of like the wing version of Jared Dudley, because we have Dudley, of course, but, you know, he's older and he's not in our long-term plans, but Reed can be that version of him. Now, we do have quite a few wing players. We have, between him, Troy Daniels, Josh Jackson, who's technically a small forward, TJ Warren, Devin Booker. We have a lot of guys here. The thing is, though, I would like to think that between shooting guard, small forward, and power forward, we have enough stuff, because we're going to be running a lot of small ball 4, right? I think Josh Jackson can play power forward, Dragan Bender can slide down to center, TJ Warren can play some small ball 4. I think we have enough versatility to where we can fit in all these wing players, because I'm a fan of pretty much all of them. Anyway, there are 5 games left in this thing. 2 of them against the Warriors. So number 1, well actually before I say what I was about to say, we've got a lead on the Mavericks now. This is very good. We're beating up the Chicago Bulls as well. A full 3-game lead on them. We're setting up nicely here, man. The guy to blame for the Bulls is Chris Dunn, as he had a really good stretch where they won 3 or 4 games. Back to the lottery. Okay, I'm never going to be able to make my schedule joke, so whatever. The Atlanta Hawks should have number 7. Oh no. Oh no, there are now 2 new teams in the top 3. That is very bad. That is very bad news. Now, did we actually end up with the first overall pick, or do we have the best chances of the first overall pick? Well, we're going to have to find out a little bit more with simulating. Winning against the Pelicans is not good. Josh Jackson, please fix your finger, but if it allows us to lose a game, then I guess I don't hate it too much. Unfortunately, we do not get the Tank Bowl of 2018 because we already have a 3-game lead on Dallas, so we actually beat them, but that doesn't matter because I can say it was a success. We, the Phoenix Suns, had the worst record in the NBA. We have the best chance at the number 1 overall pick. However, the idea of Devin Booker getting a second star is currently up in the air because, as we know, there are now 2 new teams in the top 3 of the lottery, which means we could be falling out. But we're going to see. We're going to go over what's been happening in the NBA a little bit, and then we'll find out on the lottery. I decided to be a jerk and create suspense. James Harden finally got his MVP award. I think there's an argument to be said that he at least got robbed of one. But he finally got one. Ben Simmons beats out Donovan Mitchell for Rookie of the Year. I believe the 76ers have like the 3 seed or something in this, so they're wasting no time at all. You get Embiid, you get Simmons, you give them the minutes, they don't get injured, well, there you go. Will Barton for 6th Man of the Year. I mean, I guess maybe Eric Gordon started too many games. Lou Williams definitely starting too many games. I guess it's possible. Makes sense for Will the Thrill. Andre Drummond, Defensive Player of the Year. I'm a little surprised on that one. Drummond's a good defender, don't get me wrong, but I think 2K really likes rebounds, so that might have been what pushed him over the edge here. And we saw him a little bit earlier, Chris Dunn for Most Improved Player, going from a guy who had a really tough time his rookie season in Minnesota to being a quality starter for the Chicago Bulls that they can be excited about moving forward. Coach of the Year, Steve Kerr. He always wins the Coach of the Year in this thing, as the Golden State Warriors display once again their marvelous ball handling, shooting, and the way that they rigged the NBA salary situation by having Kevin Durant become a free agent at the perfect time. Let's look to the postseason. Oh yeah, I'm really going to make you wait for this draft lottery. Conference finals come around. Why are the Rockets not there? Well, it seems everybody besides Chris Paul and James Harden was not good. And then if we slide over to the right, we'll see that the Cavaliers lost to the Raptors. Basic way to put this, DeMar DeRozan went nuts. And then for Cleveland, LeBron James did not go nuts. 2K hates LeBron for whatever reason. I don't know. Anyway, who's going to the NBA Finals? Gotta assume the Warriors against the Celtics. Wow. The Boston Celtics with no Gordon Hayward. There's a chance he could return by this time in real life. He probably would only be playing 15 to 20 minutes tops. And even then, I'm sure the moment any sort of discomfort showed up, Brad Stevens would just sit him. But hey, that's an NBA Finals for you. Steph Curry cannot dunk like that, but you know what? Shout out to him nonetheless. Who's going to win this thing? A Game 7 and the Warriors are victorious. No one is surprised. I mean, this is the team that we're going to have to deal with. Because I know we're super young, but they're not that old. Like, none of their guys are really over 30 years old, so we're going to have to deal with them at some point here. But anyway, speaking of us, we do have some free agents that, well, they got cap holds and all that. We'll see what happens there. Okay, now let's end the suspense and get to the lottery. The Chicago Bulls have number 6. You gotta be freaking kidding me. The Bulls, the Hawks, and the Lakers jump into the top 3, which means the highest pick that we can now get is number 4. What did we do? Basketball gods, why? Why are you angry with us? Okay, it's not like I really even tanked. I talked about tanking, but it's not like I played Devin Booker 2 minutes a game. Like, we still played our normal team. We just happened to be worse than everyone. We did it the right way, and you reward me, or punish me really, with the 4th pick? This would be insane if it happened in real life. The conspiracy theories would be through the roof, mainly for the Lakers. Just imagine that. The top 3 all falling out. My goodness, I mean, I just want to stick around to see what happens now at this point. Lakers get number 3, which would just be absolute pandemonium. The Chicago Bulls get number 2. I know DeAndre Ayton has been the guy that seems that the Bulls really want him. I mean, who doesn't want DeAndre Ayton, of course, right? And then number 1 would be the Atlanta Hawks. I officially hate Atlanta, Chicago, and Los Angeles. That's not true. They're great cities that I've never been to, but I'm sure they're fine. Actually, I've been to LA a little bit. I went to a Lakers game once, so there you go. There's that for you. Anyway, yikes. Okay, good for Atlanta. Now Dennis Schroeder can go to his number 2 spot in terms of being the number 2 guy in the hierarchy, which I think will be good for him and for the team. The Lakers have a young crop of dudes that's getting better every day with Ingram and Lonzo and Kyle Kuzma, Josh Hart. I don't know if Randall's going to be on the team, but there's that. And then you got Markkanen, and maybe they drafted DeAndre Ayton if he's still there at number 2, and you got a hell of a front court. That's all fine for them. For the sake of us, this is a disaster. And this moment right here when Devin Booker missed the shot, and then the face he makes, Devin Booker is all of us right now. We just have to deal with it, man. We can't fret on it for too long.